Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are wrestling with a fear that, for many people, is ranked even higher than the fear of death.
Public speaking, exactly.
Public speaking. Whether you call it performance anxiety or, the technical term glossophobia.
Which is literally fear of the tongue.
Right, fear of the tongue. The idea of giving a presentation or a toast or even just a school speech, it can leave anyone feeling, well, completely vulnerable.
It's a paralyzing feeling for so many, and it's why people will actively avoid huge career opportunities.
Yeah.
And the problem isn't just nerves, it's the sheer volume of advice out there, and a lot of it is fragmented or even conflicting. People know they need to practice, but they don't have a clear roadmap.
And that is where we come in. Our mission for this deep dive is to cut right through all that noise. We've pulled out a comprehensive 6-step guide made specifically for beginners. We're giving you the core fundamentals for preparation, for structuring content, and maybe most importantly, for managing those jitters. This is your shortcut.
And can I just say, before we even get into step one, there's a foundational mindset to have.
Okay.
Start with really low stakes.
Yeah.
Your first goal is not a TED Talk. It's just practicing in a mirror, or maybe for a friend.
Yeah.
And remember this one crucial fact. The audience wants you to succeed. They are not your enemy.
That's such a good point. Okay, let's unpack this. We're jumping right into the foundation, steps 1 and 2. When you're just staring at a blank page, what is the absolute first thing you have to nail down?
It has to be step one. Defining your purpose and analyzing your audience.
Right.
I mean, if you don't know why you're speaking, you've already lost. You have to define the outcome.
Right.
What do you want the audience to know? What do you want them to feel? And crucially, what do you want them to do when you're done?
That's your destination.
Exactly.
And I feel like the audience analysis part is where a lot of beginners fall down. It's so easy to write a speech for yourself, but you're not talking to yourself.
Oh, you end up speaking a totally foreign language.
Yeah.
Imagine using like complex academic jargon with high schoolers.
It would not go well.
Not at all. Or, trying to entertain a room of investors with inside jokes from your neighborhood. You have to research their knowledge level, their interests, their expectations. That research lets you tailor everything, your language, your examples, your humor.
It's all about adapting. And for those of us who, tend to wander off topic during research, the source gives this one brilliant, simple tip to stay focused.
Yes, this is an excellent tool, right? A single, concise, one-sentence summary of your core message.
A North Star sentence.
Precisely. Every fact, every story you tell, it has to support that single sentence. It's a filter. If something doesn't serve that core message, you cut it.
I love that. So once we have that purpose locked down, we move to step 2, research and outline. This is all about preventing information overload.
And this structure is what saves you from panic later on. You gather your sources, your data, personal experiences, but you have to impose a limit. The rule of thumb is 3 to 5 main ideas.
Only 3 to 5.
Any more than 5, and the audience just can't retain it. You've stopped teaching and you've just started listing.
Okay, let's get into the blueprint, especially the timing. That seems like the hardest part for a beginner to get right.
Think of it as 10-80-10, or maybe 15-70-15. Your intro and your conclusion should each be about 10 to 15% of your total time.
Which leaves the big chunk in the middle.
Right. The vast majority, 70 to 80%, is for the body. That's where all your evidence lives.
So for that short intro, what are the 3 absolute must-haves that have to fit in there?
First, the hook, something that grabs their attention right away. A shocking stat, a quick story. Second, your stated purpose, which is basically that North Star sentence. And third, the preview. You have to tell them what you're about to tell them.
And in that big 70% body, how do you keep people from getting lost as you move from one point to the next?
You have to be so explicit. Use clear transitions. They're like signposts on a highway. Phrases like, next we'll explore, or building on that principle. They guide the listener.
And the conclusion is the final punch. Summarize, and then hit them with a strong call to action or a memorable close.
Yes, and don't forget the beginner constraint on this. Keep your first few speeches short, 5 to 10 minutes tops, and time yourself every single time you practice.
That time management is it's foundational, isn't it?
It really is.
Which brings us to crafting the script and mastering delivery. Let's talk about step 3, writing the script. It's not just about turning your outline into sentences.
Absolutely not. This is a huge pivot. You are writing for the ear, not for the eye.
What's the difference?
Written language can be complex, long sentences, fancy words. Spoken language has to be simple. It needs to reduce the cognitive load on your listener.
So using conversational language.
Exactly. It builds connection. We're talking short sentences, active voice, even using contractions. Say don't instead of do not. When you sound too formal, you're creating distance.
You're pushing them away. And for presentations with visuals, the guide has this really famous rule, the 10-20-30 rule.
It seems arbitrary, but it's so powerful. No more than 10 slides, a maximum of 20 minutes for the presentation, and a minimum font size of 30 points.
And why is that so effective?
Because it forces you to remember that visuals support your words. They don't replace them. That 30-point font rule, for instance, stops you from putting a giant paragraph on the screen.
Ah, so if it doesn't fit, it belongs in your notes, not on the slide.
Exactly. It's an anti-clutter mechanism.
Okay, so once the script is drafted, how much editing are we talking about?
You have to be ruthless.
Got
Cut the
it.
jargon, kill repetition, get rid of filler. And here's a pro tip. Actually write pause in your notes.
Oh, that's smart.
It reminds you to slow down, to breathe. It lets your key points actually land. Silence can be so powerful.
That silence leads us right into step 4, practice delivery. You can't just read it over a few times. The guide has 3 specific rehearsal stages.
Stage 1 is just you, alone, focusing on content and timing. Stage 2, that's when you bring in a mirror or you record yourself. This is where you have to spot your own nervous habits, the ums, the fidgeting. It's painful, but you have to do it.
And stage 3.
That's the pressure test. A small, trusted audience. People who will give you blunt, honest feedback on your energy, your clarity, everything.
Let's talk nonverbals. If your voice is shaky, you just sound nervous no matter how good the content is.
Voice variety is so key. You have to vary your volume, your tone, and you need to speak from your diaphragm, not your throat. It gives your voice depth, authority.
And a pace.
Aim for about 100 to 150 words per minute. Faster sounds nervous, slower can sound condescending.
What about our bodies? How do we use our body to help the message not hurt it?
Stand tall. Use open gestures. Don't cross your arms. That just signals that you're closed off. And practice scanning the room, making eye contact with different people.
Then movement.
It should be purposeful. You can step forward for emphasis, but you have to avoid that nervous back and forth pacing.
Okay, here's where the rubber meets the road. The nerves. That physical anxiety can just be debilitating right before you go on. What's the technique?
This is the antidote to that adrenaline surge. It's the 4-7-8 deep breathing technique.
How does that work?
Right before you start, you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold that breath for 7 seconds, and then you exhale very slowly for 8 seconds. This sequence literally forces your body to calm down.
That's a great tool to have in your back pocket. Okay, we're on the final stretch. Step 5, the day of, and step 6, delivering and reflecting.
Step 5's all logistics. You have to arrive early, every time. Test the tech, the mic, the slides.
Oh yeah, tech failure is a classic cause of panic.
For sure. Have backups, printed notes, a spare battery. Don't let a tech glitch derail all your preparation.
And then there's the mindset management.
It's about reframing. Don't tell yourself I'm terrified. Tell yourself I'm excited. That small cognitive shift makes a huge difference.
I've also heard this tip for credibility.
Ah, yes. Dress one level above your audience. It's a small nonverbal cue that just subtly enhances your authority.
Let's plan for the worst case scenario. You get up there, your mind goes completely blank. What do you do?
First, do not apologize and do not panic. The response is a deliberate, brief pause. Remember, silence is powerful. And then a controlled phrase like, let me just think on that for a moment.
So you look intentional.
You look intentional, not terrified. It buys you a few seconds to get back on track.
Then we're into step 6, the actual delivery.
Right. Engage the audience, use rhetorical questions, and always stick to your time limit. It's just disrespectful to run over.
And what if you make a mistake? Stumble over a word.
Audiences are so forgiving. Just correct yourself briefly, smile, and move on immediately. Don't make it a bigger deal than it is.
And when it's all over, the work isn't done.
No, that's when the growth mindset kicks in. You have to seek feedback. Not just, was it good? Ask specific questions. What was my clearest point? Where did I seem rushed?
That reflection is the engine for improvement, right?
It is. The guide even suggests joining a group like Toastmasters. Consistent practice is the only way to turn competence into real confidence.
So before we wrap, let's just quickly list those 4 crucial beginner pitfalls to avoid.
1. Never, ever read verbatim from a script. Use bullet points. Reading kills all engagement.
Ew.
Overloading content or slides. Keep it simple. 3 is ignoring your time limits.
A huge sign of disrespect. And the last one.
And 4, fidgeting or hiding behind the podium. Stand tall, embrace the space.
This has been a full roadmap. And that confidence, as we've seen, isn't from talent, it's from preparation. Aiming for 5 to 10 rehearsals for every speech.
Every single one.
The ultimate insight here, really, is how it all connects back to step one. That one sentence. If you nail that core message, every other step, the outline, the slides, the practice, it all falls into place.
So you have the 6 steps. You have the 4, 7, 8, 8 breathing to handle the physical nerves. We want to leave you with one final thought to explore on your own. If that breathing technique manages the physical calm on the day of, what single preparatory step from our deep dive provides the most profound mental calm as you're walking up to that podium? Think about what reduces uncertainty the most. We'll leave you to chew on that one.